Welcome back, all my fragrance fanatic friends and beauty besties. It's Jamie here, and I hope that you are having a spectacular, wonderful, amazing day today. So I got some perfume samples in. This has been something I've been needing to do for a while. I had a lot of different perfumes on my wish list that I've been wanting to sample, but I kept on putting it off and putting it off. I finally got those samples in, tested them all out. Some of these are newer releases. Some of these are older ones that I've heard about that are really popular. And I figured that I can just share my thoughts with you guys on what I think of these perfumes. So I'll leave the links to everything we're talking about in the description box below. And without further ado, let's get started. I've got my handy dandy perfume journal here that I will be referencing from. We are going to start off with one of the brand new releases that I was really excited to try, Love-O-Matic. And I'm so happy that I tried this one out in a tester before buying a full bottle, because I don't know what I was thinking. This smells so similar to something I already have. As soon as I smelt it, I was like, oh, don't I have this in my collection? And I kind of do. Not full on 100% dupe, but really close. I'll tell you about it here in a second. So what I'm getting is a sweet, fruity, fresh, very bubblicious bubblegum type of scent. And the musk in here is almost like fresh laundry. This has a fresh laundry type of vibe to it, but the bubblegum, oh, it's so fun. And the strawberry in here, absolutely love this perfume. I mean, I think it's a 10 out of 10. Huge hit. It's very feminine. I put down that it makes me happy. It's a very happy perfume. So here's what it reminded me of as soon as I sprayed it out. Candied Fantasy by Britney Spears. This one also has the strawberry and the bubble gum, and I'm still getting the same sort of musk in here, but there's this overall freshness going on, just like in Love-O-Matic. I would say the differences are that the bubble gum is a little bit different in these two perfumes. The bubble gum in Candied Fantasy is more of Trident bubble gum. If you've ever had that, it smells more like that type of bubble gum. In Love-O-Matic, it's more like actual bubblicious bubble gum going on in here. And Candied Fantasy has a little bit more, just a pinch more of a youthful, flirty vibe to it. And so if I had to describe, I would say that the Love-O-Matic is the big sister. She's a little bit more mature, big sister. This one is the younger sister. So they're definitely sisters. But so they're a little different, but they're very, very similar. They come from the same family. And I love this bottle more. The actual bottle design, I love this bottle versus the Love-O-Matic. That's got more of a simplistic type of design. It's still really nice, but compared to this one, come on. I love pink, There was no contest there. And as far as the scent, like I said, they're so similar. I feel like Candied Fantasy scratches that itch for me to the point where I don't feel like I need to buy a full bottle of Love-O-Matic. Now, if Candied Fantasy, for whatever reason, if it gets discontinued, then yes, I would definitely pick up Love-O-Matic. I just don't want to at that price point. But anyway, so let's move on to the next one. I tried two from Tomavicci, I believe is how it's pronounced. One of them was Empyrean. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. This one, let me get it out here. Okay, so this one I put down, it opens up as fruity, sweet, fresh, and it almost had a sparkly quality to it. Not so much like champagne or anything, but just, I don't know, it had this sparkly opening to it. And then in the dry down, I started to pick up the florals, specifically the rose and especially the peony. I love a sweet pink peony, this perfume, very feminine smelling. And this is also a little aromatic. And I noticed that as it dried down even further, there started to get it wasn't just a fruity floral anymore. It started to get some depth to it, which I thought was really nice. It's a little woody, sweet, vanillic. And the musk in here is that type of musk that I like, that more creamy, sweet type of musk. It's clean, but not soapy smelling at all. But overall, I put down that I liked this perfume. I didn't love it. And I will say I love the bottle. The bottle's beautiful. But the scent, like, I don't know. There's just other feminine perfumes like this that I like more. Like if somebody were to blind buy this, I couldn't imagine anyone hating this or thinking this was a total fail. It's just, you know, it's just not my favorite. And then the other one was a hard pass. Hard pass. Where are you? You little stinker. Okay, yeah. Okay. This one was also from the Tomavicci, and it was the Zenobia. Zenobia. I've been hearing people talk about it here and there, and I was very curious about it. Oh man. Oh, it was a scrubber. Oh, it was a scrubber. Okay. I put down very warm, spicy, deep, rich leather, thick, woody, animalic, rich, oudy. I did pick up a little bit of fruity sweetness in there, but it's like in the background, and also some vanilla. But again, it was like the sweetness and the vanilla and the fruitiness way in the background. What was stealing the show was that animalic, dirty oud and leather. And you guys, I love like nasty, dirty things, you know? Obsession is a good example of that. You know, it's got that very animalic sexiness, that sexy smell to it. And I love a good oud. I love leather. I love suede and leather both. You know, nothing in here I should have hated, but the way it's done, it's a little too nasty for me. it goes too far, because I'm not thinking sexy. I'm not thinking like, ooh, animalic sexiness from this. What I'm getting from it is I am literally in a barn, and we're not talking about those fancy barns that people have, you know, with like the concrete, you know, like I'm talking like a real wooden barn with hay and dirt on the ground, and the smell of animals is all around you. Like I'm very familiar with that smell. I grew up on a farm. We had goats. And let me tell you, that's what this smells like. Like the goats have been sitting in a hot barn for a while, you know, stinking up the place. And the leather is like a sweaty, dirty leather. Like it's been on the back of a horse all day out in the sun. And, you know, the horse has been sweating and stuff. And then they just set it in this barn. Like that is what I'm getting from this perfume. It's just awful. It's awful. I don't like it at all. It was like headache inducing. I did not like it. But if you do, that is great. You like things a little bit more dirty or nastier than I'm comfortable with. But so that one was a hard no. Did not like that one at all. And then I also tried, what was the next one? Oh, I finally got my nose on Love Tuberose. Now, I wanted to go ahead and blind buy it because I knew I wasn't gonna not like this perfume. I mean, come on. I mean, if anyone who knows me, I mean, I'm gonna love that perfume. I could have blind bought that completely and knew I would have loved it. But I was picking up all these other samples, and that one popped up. And I thought, you know, I'll go ahead and get a sample first. And so let me get it out of here. Let's see, where are we? Oh yeah, so Love Tuberose. Yes, so I put down a very intensely creamy, sweet white floral perfume. The tuberose in here is tuberosing. Oh, I do love it. And the gardenia. Oh, I love a sweet, creamy gardenia. And then there's the vanilla in here. This is ultra feminine. And you know what it made me think? Like, it absolutely, I can't help but picture like a bride on her wedding day. She is wearing a creamy white dress, and there's white flowers all over the church. And like this is the smell that's surrounding us. And then I do get a little bit of woodiness in the base. And then I wrote down the side, densely creamy sweet, like tonic, classy, has a classiness to it. And I think of more springtime as well with this perfume, but absolutely love it. I would love a full bottle of it. It's a little bit pricier than what I want to pay for a Tuberose. I have a lot of creamy sweet Tuberose perfumes. And so I don't know. Like, is it worth it? Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. It's definitely a 10 out of 10. Love it. Absolutely love it. I just don't know. Because it's the last time I checked on Joma Shop at the discounted price, it was still in the upper $200 range. I don't know. I mean, if it could get to maybe 180-ish, I would pull the trigger on it. But for right now, I'm just gonna wait a little bit. But absolutely stunning perfume. Like, this would be, if I was getting married again, this would be the scent I would wear. It just is the scent of a bride. Like that's just what I smell. Okay, so next up we've got a brand new one that just got released. Well, this past year. Kilian's Angel Share Paradis. This one was a disappointment. It was a very disappointment, especially for the price point. Are you kidding me? Guys, no, do not waste your money on this. Don't do it. So I put down, it's very boozy, sweet raspberry liqueur, very woody, warm, spicy, very warm, spicy, a little vanillic in there. And I do pick up some of the caramel in there as well. So the caramel and the vanilla is giving a little sweetness going on. I put down that it's very similar to the original DNA. Like, think of the original Angel Share and how that smells, but just add a little bit more of a raspberry liqueur in that boozy scent, and then add like a little bit of sweetness from some caramel. And that's like it, but the raspberry fades so quickly, and it just kind of dries down to the original. It just doesn't, I don't know. I just didn't feel like it was worth the price point. And honestly, if we're talking about raspberry and liqueur type of stuff, the Via Belle L'Elixir, that one is far cheaper. And I think that one is a raspberry liqueur type of scent way better than this Angel Share Paradise. Yeah, I put down, yeah, definitely not worth the price point at all. I was extremely underwhelmed. I was expecting some like really, and I will give it a little bit of credit. In the very opening, I do get that more raspberry comes off a little bit strong, but it fades off so quickly and other things come in. And I wanted that raspberry to really stick around for a while. And same thing happened with the Burberry Goddess Parfum, you guys. The raspberry just wasn't doing it for me like it does in the La Vie Belle Elixir. Like, that is just, ooh, man, that's a good one, you guys. If you haven't tested that out, like, seriously, get a sample of that. You may, because I didn't think I would like that perfume, and I ended up absolutely loving it. And now I'm to the point where I'm obsessed with it, and I can't stop talking about it. That one, and then also the Pose as Rose. That one also has a really nice fresh raspberry note in it. Those are my two favorite raspberry perfumes at the moment. But this one just wasn't doing it for me, especially with that price point. No. If you've got the original, you know, for one thing, the original is already expensive, but if you got the original, you definitely don't need the Paradise one. And, you know, I don't know, very underwhelming. And then I also finally tried YSL Supreme Bouquet. I have, you know, in watching so many different perfume videos here and there, and, you know, I always hear the name Supreme Bouquet, and I've never smelt it before. And I thought, okay, I want to smell this. It's got tuberose in it. Let's check it out. So I put down, it's citrusy up top when I first sprayed it out. And then it starts to get really woody. And the ylang ylang in here, to my nose, is coming off more of a woody, earthy type of ylang ylang. And the tuberose in here is more of like a green, like actual flower tuberose. Not that the perfume itself is green, but just think of more of like a fresh tuberose out in a garden with the green leaves and things. I like my, and I'm okay with that, but it's not as strong as I thought. It's a little bit more faint than I was hoping. You know, I like love tuberose. Like that is like, boom, tuberose, like slapping it in your face. This one's more like subtle, natural smelling tuberose. I like the creamy, sweet tuberose, or the type of tuberose that almost smells like honey, or the type of tuberose that comes off almost like a coconut. Like, whew, I love tuberose, but, or like the bubblegum tuberose, stop it. Oh, I love it. Okay, stop. But this particular type of tuberose doesn't really do it for me. It's now my favorite. And then I put down that I get a little bit of the patchouli in here, and it's kind of that earthy type of patchouli. I get an amberiness going on, and this has like a pinch. I'm getting a pinch of an animalic quality in the base of this. And overall, this whole perfume, I was expecting it to be sweeter, kind of like Love Tuberose, but this is not. This is not like tiny bit of sweetness, way off in the distance. And I like my white florals a little bit sweeter than what this is. So I don't know. It's very classy. It's very feminine. But it's just not as sweet or creamy as I was hoping or expecting it to be. And it, I wasn't very impressed with it. Let's see. Next up, we have Portrait of a Lady. Again, another one that I've heard so many people talking about. Portrait of a lady this, portrait of a lady that. And I'm like, who is this lady? Where is her portrait? So I finally got a sample of it. And this one, I put down, it's warm, spicy, deep, smoky, lots of rose, sweet fruity, woody, very ambery. It's very alluring and mysterious. And in the dry down, I pick up, in the deeper dry down, I pick up a lot of sandalwood. Put down that it's feminine. It seems more fall and winter to my nose, and more nighttime to my nose as well. And I put down, it's spicy, it's smoky, sophisticated, but also a little mysterious and sexy at the same time. And I do enjoy this perfume a lot. However, it reminds me so much. It definitely smells like a perfume from the 80s. And I only know this because I'm really getting into more vintage perfumes, and I've got several from the 80s now. It definitely smells like a perfume from the 80s. It has that same sort of like deep resinous ambery with that little bit of animalic and the woodiness, and it's that strong, really like beast mode type of energy. But I prefer Obsession more. Not dupes or anything, but they're in that same family of scent. And I like that one better. So in I think Portrait of a Lady, if I'm not mistaken, isn't that expensive? I'm not quite sure. I want to say it's in the $150 range, $200 range. I don't know. I don't need to buy a full bottle of this, but at least I finally tried it. And I was just very shocked. The most shocking thing was to figure out that this smelled so similar to an 80s perfume. I don't know. Does anyone else get that from Portrait of a Lady? Let me know. And then I tried, I've really been getting into patchouli scents, especially like dirty, like earthy patchouli type of perfumes. And I was looking up online and I saw one called Gothic and Gothic II. And I think there's even a Gothic III. But out of all of them, the Gothic II was the one that intrigued me the most. So it's because this one has some, I can never say this word right, frangipani. It has some frangipani in here. So with this one, I put down it's warm, spicy, smoky, sweet vanilla mixed with a earthy, thick patchouli. And if it just stopped there, it like I would be like, you know, it's good, but not great. But then the Frangipani comes in and it makes it so interesting. It's like, here is what I'm picturing, you guys, when I smell this, because it does have like a Gothic-y darkness going on, but there's Frangipani and it's so tropical. And so what I picture in my mind is a Gothic girl that enjoys going to the beach for the summertime. You know, she's like, you know, she's got, you know, her Gothic stuff, like Wednesday Addams going to the beach and like enjoying herself. Like that's kind of what I picture when I smell this. It is so unbelievably interesting because it's dark and sexy, but also tropical and sweet. And it's just those two mixtures together is so fun, you guys, so fun. And when I was wearing this, when I was playing around with it, I was walking around the house and my husband noted, he's like, oh, you've got a patchouli perfume on. I like that. And actually to my nose, I wouldn't say this is, I mean, yeah, it's definitely a patchouli perfume, but I wouldn't say it's all patchouli. Like all the other, like the patchouli is letting all of the other notes play around, you know, they're all playing harmoniously together. The patchouli's not being like a bully or anything in this perfume. And I would say this would be perfect for fall and winter, or even a summer date night. Like, I mean, yes, this is very like, you know, it's dark. It has a smokiness to it. It's a little like ambery, resinous type of smelling, that woody, earthy patchouli, but something about that Frangipani in there. It gives it a little bit of cream. It's not Latonic perfume, but it gives it a little bit of a thick creaminess, a sweetness, and it just kind of brightens it up. And it just, I think it would be perfect for like a summer date night. I may have to get a full bottle of this. This was definitely, I put it down as a love for me, for sure. But yeah, think of Gothic girl at the beach. She's even playing volleyball. She's playing volleyball at the beach, but she's like definitely like goth looking, you know? Like that is just what I picture when I smell this, and I love it. Okay. So I think that's the last one. Yes. So those are all of the perfumes that I sampled. I would love to know if you have tried any of these. Let me know what you think of them. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And remember, before you go, to seize the day and overspray. Bye, guys.